million. So the early box office prediction for Shazam, the Fury of God is here. And when I look at this number, it is tracking between only 35 million to 40 million dollar. And when I look at this number, I'm like, first movie did open to 53 million dollar back then, which was like, it did came out, the first movie, just before Avenger Endgame, Otherwise, I do think Shazam could have made good money at the box office. The first movie was, though, quite successful, because overall that movie did make $366 million, a budget of $90 million. But this movie looks like it did cost to make $100 million, but it is only tracking to make 35 to 40 million. I do think it will become around that number, unfortunately, because whenever I see any trailer for Shazam, looks like they never got any traction anywhere on YouTube, on Twitter, nowhere. I don't think people are that excited to see this movie, which is such a shame. I will say the biggest reason for people are not excited for this movie is this. First of all, this movie got delayed a couple of times. This movie actually initially it's supposed to come last year during the December time. If this movie did came that time, I think it could have done well at the box office. Now this movie once again is coming really close to the Ant-Man and the Wasp. Not that Ant-Man is doing great at the box office, but I think people are feeling a little bit comic book movie fatigue these days, because Ant-Man is doing not that good at the box office. Then again, people were not excited for Ant-Man movie. And I think the next comic book movie will do good at the box office. That is, my friend, it is the Flash movie, not a Guardian of the Galaxy 3. Because I also see people are not that excited for Guardian of the Galaxy either. Because the trailer looked, I really liked the first trailer. The second trailer was like, okay, I don't know how will that do at the box office. Right now, I feel like people are a little bit tired of watching comic book movie. Then again, there is so many stuff going on Netflix, Disney Plus, Mandalorian is coming out, and Last of Us, this huge show, and so many things going on. That being said, I do think the first trailer for Shazam, like people didn't like it. I think it was too comedy for most people. Like people are like, oh, it looked like too jokey. The biggest mistake with the first trailer is they've never shown that much all the things people liked in the first movie, and that is the Marvel family. I really liked the Marvel family in the last movie. I thought they were so amazing. They all had a good chemistry with each other, and that is the reason I'm so excited to see the second movie. Because I really like the first movie, but I'm really excited the second one. I think it will surprise us. That being said, yeah, I'm a little disappointed to see this movie is tracking so low at the box office. That means that Warner they're probably not gonna make any more Shazam movie. Then again, who knows? Let's wait for the review to come. I think if the review is good, this movie can do good at the box office. With the word of mouth, I think if it does get a good word of mouth. And that's my thought on these topics. Let me know in the comment what do you think about this movie's box office prediction. If you enjoyed this video, don't watch other videos on other topics. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take